Yo, what is going on, guys? Bobby here, and today I had my month 3 qualifiers for the Brawl Stars Championship, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Let's get into the games and let's show you guys what happened. Now, it is a new meta, so a lot of things are going to be different than you saw since the last monthly finals. But my team, we're going to have Cord, Dinah, and Daryl, and Czar, Juan Carlos, and Elevate are going to have Buzz, Monkey, and Spike. Now, quick update. Last time we faced, well, not update, but last time we faced this team in the last monthly final, Czar was actually banned for quote-unquote account sharing, so he didn't get to play, and they kept saying if Czar played, they would have beaten us. So, now Czar's playing. And we like our comp, to be honest. I don't know why they keep giving us Cordelius on this map. I know a lot of teams try and bait it and give it to the other team and then go like Spike or Hank or something like that. But we're personally totally fine with that. So I'm going to use my Daryl roll and roll to the top of the map. We're going to watch the bottom, though, because it's more important. I get a nice, oh my god, camera, 25%. And unfortunately, Sans is going to go down because he can't really contest a Monkey or a Buzz. But Chino's going to do a great job at only allowing them to do 12% and killing them both. See, that's the good thing about Cordelius. Cordelius is the best brawler. I don't know why I keep saying his full government name, but Cord is the best brawler on this map, 100% when it comes to defense. Juan's going to stun me, but I'm going to hit a nice little cheeky double roll on him. And this is where we get some good positioning for Sans to kind of just rain on the safe and do some damage. Now, unfortunately, there is a scary Monkey. And they're both going to go for Sans, which is kind of weird because what that is going to do is kind of just leave me to go on safe. Chino's going to have a nice hypercharge, which wastes Juan's hypercharge, and I'm going to do some pretty good damage. And now Sans and Chino, they have control again. So Sans is just going to kind of go up, do some damage. He hits 2 sticks. Juan is then going to super him, and Chino in the bush with super is wisely just going to take him into the realm. And then here, Czar goes into the air, not really too sure what he's doing because he leaves us to go and base race, and that is going to be a 1-0 set lead. So now on to game number 2. Usually when you lose, you change up their strategy, so they decided to triple a lane, and they're kind of just leaving Sans. I'm telling Sans, like, go on the safe, but instead, he hits a nice little stun on his Livy, hits a nice super on Juan, and Juan does heal up just in time, so Chino has to go back, and Juan does do a little bit of damage. But you guys are going to see me and Sans are just doing a tremendous amount of damage. And here, there's just no way Sans can do anything about that Miko. So Sans is just trying to live as long as he can. Juan doesn't want to waste his stun on someone that he knows is going to die. But that's just a horrible play, to be honest. Because, like, Sans hit some very nice jukes. And we did a ton more damage. And yeah, I mean, we only have to do 9% at this point. So Chino is hyper. He's calling, like, let's just make a hyper play. So he's scaring Czar. He's going to miss his hyper, sadly, but we're just going to go up. We're going to get the kill, and Sans is going to super the safe. Chino's going to jump over, and that's going to be a really nice set win for us. So the stats weren't too kind to Juan Carlos this game, unfortunately. I would say their comp isn't too bad. Now, their strategy kind of makes no sense, though, because what they're trying to do is leave Cordelius open. Buzz is also a really good brawler on this map. So their math is like, well, if we get Buzz and Cord, we're going to win. But then it's like, you're forced to go Buzz into Cord, and Cord completely counters Buzz. So I feel like they're just countering themselves. The strategy doesn't make all too much sense. And this exact same thing actually happened 2 weeks ago, or my bad, 3 weeks ago in the monthly finals. So I think they got to work on their pit stop strategy a little bit, but that's going to be set number 1. Let's hop on over to set number 2. So going into set number 2, we have Shooting Star. Now this has been an interesting map. We lost this to BC. We actually went 13 for 13 in scrim sets before we faced BC in monthly finals, and then we lost this map, and we didn't like our draft at all. We felt like we didn't go with our strategy. We played scared rather than just playing our game. We are confident on this map even though we lost, but it's still a weird map because the bans do kind of control a lot. It's also worth noting that we did have our new coach Ducky for this team. A lot of you, or for this match, I mean, a lot of you guys know Ducky. He's often in my streams or in my videos. He's been one of the newer pro players. Nice little pull over there by Sans, who's been newly playing the Gene for us. And yeah, I mean, Ducky's been doing a pretty good job, so definitely got to give him a shout out in this video. But yeah, we have me on the Bell, which Bell is one of my best brawlers. I don't play Bell too much. We kind of pass it around as a team. And we have Ollie. The reason we have Ollie is kind of to make space because they had Gus in Gray, which isn't a lot of damage. And we didn't want to go Tick because they had a support already in Gray and Gus, so we didn't want to go something that if they went Ollie or Carl or Melody, they can like have Gus shields or Gray TPs into a thrower. So we decided to go something aggro. Again, really nice pull there by Sans, and then really nice jump play by Chino to bring Zar over to us. And right now we're comfy. Since this gadget change, I don't know if many of you guys watched my tier list video with Semantic, but we said once you have position with Bell, it's like good luck. Because now you have unlimited gadgets. This is my third time now marking Zar. I just keep marking Zar because I find Zar to be the threat on their team. So I just want to make sure that he's not, you know, doing anything crazy. But yeah, everyone's making good plays. Sans is hitting good pulls. Chino's having good Ollie plays. I'm hitting a ton of shots. Like, I'm extremely happy with how my team played this game and how this draft went. But that is going to be game number 2, or game number 1, sorry, of set number 2. So again, going into game number 2, usually teams have different strategies when you lose game 1, because if you do the same thing, well, it's pretty likely you're going to lose. So what they do, I kind of forgot. I think they switch lanes. Yeah, they get the Gus on my lane. Chino's able to get that blue. He does get pulled though, and him getting pulled does get him kind of low, but we're in a fine spot now. Juan hits a trap, but because, well, he doesn't hit it yet, but I know he does. But because we have an Ollie, it's kind of awkward for us. And like Sans is low. See, the thing is, when you're low, I'm gonna go back for a second. You guys can see Sans got low here. So because Sans got low, Chino kind of had to cover for him. And then Chino got low, and you know, like, I don't know, like Gus hits one big shot and I get low, and then everyone's low and they push up and they get a kill. So I don't know what moral of the story is right there, but they hit a lot of shots and they got us down. What we've done a really good job of as of late on Shooting Star is just making sure that we don't get down too much of a lead. Like, we always used to complain that the other team would always make a nice comeback on us and we would never make a nice comeback on them. So we've been trying to be a lot more organized as a team as of late. Like, it's a 1-kill game right now, and you know, Juan is marked, Sans has pull, Chino has super, so we don't have to rush anything. As long as we don't die, we're kind of in a fine spot, not just to make a push at the end, but for someone to just eventually get a kill. And they don't want to go in and trade because we have that blue star. So we're kind of just doing our thing, we're taking our time. Now, maybe we're not, you know, being urgent enough, but in this situation, I'd much rather be more patient than running it down. I'm hitting a good amount of shots here, so I get my hyper. I wait for my teammates to heal up, and I say, okay, I'm going to go make space with my hyper. I dodge 3 shots, 4 shots, so that gets them low. And then Sans is able to walk up, hit a nice little pull on Juan Carlos right there. Honestly, I don't know what Juan has been doing this entire set. I'm not trying to be rude or like roast him. It's just like Sans kind of does the same thing sometimes. I don't want to be mean to Sans. It's like at a certain point, it's like, dude, the gene is going to pull you. Like, just don't go down. Nice little play there. A lot happened. Let me rewind quickly. A lot happened right there. So Chino does get hit a couple times and he wastes his jump. So he goes down even though he gets his super. But me and Sans were able to get a nice little kill. And then Sans hits a very nice pull at the end. Not that we really needed it, but you know, like, might as well hit the pull and put the goat pin. And Sans gets his Gene Star player. So last year, Sans was known as the worst Gene of all time. Like, I'm not kidding you guys. When Sans got Gene, like, you know, when you try in scrims, you know, I'm playing Gene, or now that we have Chino plays Gene, or I would play the Piper, or Sans would play the Sandy, but sometimes you're not trying as hard, and Sans like, yo, let me get a Gene set, and it's like, okay, bro. And he couldn't hit a pull to save his life. But right now, man, he's like a mix of like LeBron James, Aaron Yeager, and like, I don't even know who, like speed, bro. Like I was gonna say the GOAT of soccer, but I'm not trying to make anyone mad. But anyways, Sans has been the GOAT on the Gene. So that is going to be set number 2. And then going on to set number 3, holy lag. We are going up on Out in the Open, which we've literally played this is our 4th Out in the Open competitive match this year. I don't know if there's another map that we even have 3. So to have 4 is just like kind of unreal. So they took Brock first pick. Brock is a really good brawler on this map, but like Lumi is just dummy broken right now, so you just have to kind of ban Lumi if the other team has first pick. They're really good with Angelo, so Angelo's a must ban for us. And then there's Gene, there's Brock, There's Buster. Those are kind of like it depends on the play style that you want to play, but those are kind of like the main other first picks. And we didn't want to face a Gene in monthly finals. We gave them Gene, but we just didn't feel like doing it right now in quals. We kind of wanted to change up our strategy. I don't know, their comp's kind of weird because you would think like, oh, we picked Squeak into 8-bit, but no, they picked 8-bit into Squeak weirdly, but they have us in a corner. The thing with Brock is it's so easy to hit shots. Like, Brock is such an easy brawler to play. I'm not trying to take anything away from Zara, obviously, but like, you don't need to actually hit the Brock shots. You just need to like get it in the explosive radius. So like, they break the wall, and having a wall break on this map is very important. As you guys can see, they can just walk through that wall, and they can reach us a lot faster than we can reach them. So you kind of mix that with the fact that the Brock can just hit those explosive radius shots, and I don't know, it's a difficult win for sure, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so Chino's on Flying Hook, which I think is definitely the right gadget here, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I don't know, like it's just not a good look for us. They just meet us at our point of the map a lot quicker than we reach theirs. And you guys see Chino shot it against the wall, but that was on purpose. You know, we told him hit the wall because he can just get another one before smoke comes in, and we don't want to force anything. But at this point, Juan has his big turret, and it's not the speed one, it's the damage turret. So if we get hit, like we are really getting hit. I hit a big 4K, so I'm like, all right, now is the time. So we go in, but dude, Sans just gets absolutely popped. Like, is Livy one of the best range players in the game? I don't know, just an absolute beast with range brawlers. He just pops him, one-shots him basically in that turret. So we lose that game. We didn't really stand a chance, so we have to change up our strategy going into game number 2. So our strategy going into game number 2 to kind of counteract what they're doing to get up on that right side really quickly is we're sending the Carl through this left side, and then me and Sans are just pushing up really high. So you guys can see they're kind of focusing Chino now, but instead of us being stuck on our right side spawn trapped, we're kind of stuck on this left side, which I mean, it's not the best, but Sans is hitting some good shots, so we're able to push them back. And then you guys can see they're in spawn. Now, I don't love my positioning. You guys can barely see me on that left side, but I'm not really trying to shoot that left because Izlivy can hit that return to sender on my squeak shot and then kind of hit 1 or 2 shots and gets a kill. Sans is insanely tapping Czar. I'm gonna have to go back and show you guys that again because I'm not trying to take the focus away from my teammates. Great plays, like 2 very precise shots by Sans. Like, Sans is a pretty good RT player, and then good awareness by Chino to kind of just go in and get that kill. And then at this point, like, we're just like, let's not throw the 3v2. I'm pretty sure we threw it 3v2 in one of our scrims recently because Chino was just trying to like auto aim with Finks or something. You know, if you're watching this video, you know, not to throw you under the bus or anything, but like, you know, that was still fresh in the brain. So, you know, we just have to make sure we don't do that again. But same thing, Chino's gonna go up. This time they have a Nani super in a damage 8-bit turret. So I go up a little bit too aggro there. I shouldn't have went up, and like, I'm juking, I'm trying to go back. But see, the issue is Chino, like, oh my God. I mean, it's not necessarily his fault. I mean, it was definitely my fault for going up. But Chino goes right, and then Czar's trying to hit him. I don't even know if it's Chino's fault, but I think Czar was trying to hit Chino, and because he was trying to hit Chino, I couldn't walk to that right side because that one shot would have killed me. And then I got stuck, and they killed me, but Czar did use his big rocket, and he breaks that wall, which gives us a pass to go up the middle without, you know, Chino having to flying hook in, and, you know, we can't walk on water, so that's great. Anyways, my teammates just go down here, so I'm not trying to waste anyone's time. So let's just fast forward a little bit. We just don't feed any supers and die to the smoke. But now, again, like I said, Chino doesn't have to hook up. We can just walk up, not waste anything, and meet them early up in the map. Like, wall breaks are very, very important on this map. That's why when I made that draft guide, I can't go through every single map and every single situation in one video because every map has something different. Like, this map is so unique where you have to prioritize a wall break more than any other map. Right now, we're kind of just stuck in spawn. I hit a long squeak shot onto Juan Carlos. And that's usually what we try and do. We try and get a little bit of damage done and then just kind of leave. And push up and try and do a lot of damage and finish them. So usually we'll go when like Sans marks them or when I hit a long squeak gadget or something of the sort. Chino isn't close to super, I think. And at this point, I'm just trying to like break that turret because the smoke's coming in. So I hit a long squeak. Plus, Sans is pushing them back really hard with some good shots. So I try and push up Sans' side. Chino gadgets up for space. And now it's kind of just like an all-out brawl. I somehow get the kill on Juan over there and on Czar, and then we are able to take the victory. So really good spacing by Chino, really good taps by Sans, and yeah, that's gonna be game number 2. And then we just try and follow that exact same strategy. So now that we won, it's kind of on them now to change their strategy and figure out a way to beat us. So again, you guys are gonna see Chino. He's gonna fly through that left side. We're gonna push really aggressive with him because we can't have him dying, but he went kind of passive. Sans is high up on that right side as he should be, and I'm kind of just waiting to hit a long squeak shot. This lag is crazy, but I'm able to hit a long squeak shot, and using that, we're then able to push up, get their wall because Juan can't really fight back. And now we have like a nice little pinch on his Livy. Now, I can't really hit him and move up without getting clipped by an 8-bit and potentially throwing, so I'm kind of just taking my time. Sans is doing a really good job. I think he's calling on Chino to pinch here, so I kind of just back off, but then... And, you know, Czar just jumps. Like, you know, all respects to my friend right there. But, like, bro should not have taken that jump pad. Obviously, it was an accident, but he took it anyways. And now, like, Juan hits a fat clip on Sans. I'm like, oh, my God, I got to cover for him. So I start just going up and auto-aiming Juan. I do get the kill, and now this was scary. So it's a 2v1. It's a free win. Like, we're just chilling. And then it's Livy, 1 shot. 2 shot, and I was like, oh my God. But thank God Sans has that RT tech down, so he just one-shots him with a big RT shot. That was scary. I did not like that. I really did not like that. That was really scary. And now his Livy has one of these 8-bit turret Nani heads, so we just got to make sure we don't die. He wastes it though. I guess he drove it around for a little bit too long. And same thing, we're just trying to hit some shots up on this right side. We're somewhat not stuck in spawn, but their team has really good positioning because of those 8-bit turrets. Juan can't teleport back because then he's going to break his 8-bit turret with like the squeak shots that are on him. And they got us nicely in this corner. I'm not going to lie. Like, this is not a good position. I'm trying to find a way to hit a nice long squeak shot. Sans, I like his aggression because he's high up. He's not dying. See, here maybe he could have died, but really nice play. And then Chino goes in. Like, that was just chewing. The thing with RT... is sometimes some stupid stuff happens. I'll say stuff. So like Sans hits 1 shot and Chino hits 1 shot. And somehow his Livy just dies. Really good play by Chino though to take that space on the right side. Sans goes up. He gets the kill. 3v2 or 3v1 I mean. And this game is over. So something I would like to say to, I don't want to say elevate fans because there's a lot of people who are fans with Czar. Are fans of Czar from the STMN days, and I love them so much. But like, whoever said Elevate would have won in monthly finals if they had Czar instead of Rafiki. Not to say that Czar is bad, because he's definitely not, but hopefully, you know, let's just put that to rest. And number 2, Coach Ducky, like, you know, he's kind of questionable. Like, bro's sometimes playing Minecraft, building a house when we're scrimming, and you know, he's kind of just doing his thing sometimes, but he definitely pulled through today. And I think everyone pulled through today and played really well. So this was probably the best showing we've had as a team since we've teamed. And hopefully we can carry that momentum on to the monthly finals where we face OG round 1. Crazy stat. I haven't faced OG in a competitive match since 2018. We are in 2025. So I haven't faced OG in 7 years. Not just in BSC, but in basically anything that's not a match arena. So that is absolutely insane. That's got to be some type of record in Brawl Stars for sure. If we can beat, and if we, can beat OG, then we're going to go on and face Tribe. And most people wouldn't be happy about having Tribe in their bracket. But to be honest, every team in NA has had their crack to try and beat Tribe besides us. And I'm not saying we're going to beat them. And I'm actually pretty big fans of Tribe and how they play and draft and all that and how humble they are as players. So I'm not trying to say anything cocky. I'm just trying to say I'm happy that we're going to get our crack, hopefully if we can beat OG, at trying to take down Tribe and putting ourselves kind of on the map with that win. So yeah, that's going to be my video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys did, as always, like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys later.